Hi, Sagittarius. You guys, I have tried to film this reading a lot over the last day, and whoa, I just knocked my cards. Okay, first three cards, boom. All right. No, seriously, my elbow just like knocked those out. Okay. Anyway, I've been trying to film this video, and for some reason I just kept getting slowed down, and I just would sit down and it just wouldn't feel right. I would get like 30 seconds into talking with you all, and it was like, nope, not right now. So here we are. I love you guys. You know how I feel about you. It's a given at this point, how much I love you guys, and I'm curious about March. It's a crazy one, you guys. I have to tell you, there's so much happening, and it's asking for you all to slow down because you are being asked to show up to some really big stuff. So it's kind of a start and stop energy. There's a lot of like, yep, we're going to go for it. We're going to get in there. We're going to make this stuff happen. And then it's like, but slow down and check in. And then it's forward and then slow down and check in. And so you're going to be noticing that there's a bit of a play back and forth of those energies. You know, we have the full moon in Virgo to start out the month on the 1st. That's in your 10th house of what you're doing in the world, your reputation in the world, the work you do in the world. So it's going to be highlighting that and showing any areas you're going to want to shift with that, any focuses you're going to want to shift with that. We have the new moon in Pisces, which is your 4th house. It kind of goes back to what we were starting to talk about for February, which is who are you letting into your internal space, that soft internal space you have. This is 4th house energy. The new moon is going to be setting your seeds of it, planting your seeds of intention when it comes to the people you want close and inside that personal space, really getting clear about that. I would even say communicating about that if needed. You know, it'll be a beautiful, soft space, very tender for you all. And then we have the Libra full moon on the 31st, second blue moon of the year, and that is in your 11th house of your friendships, the platonic partnerships, the community as a whole, the collective. So once again, where are you connecting in with that energy? What do you want to tweak about that? Of course, I'll be doing the moon magic, so you can always check those out. Okay, so it doesn't end there. I'm still shuffling here. It doesn't end there because we have the Jupiter retrograde starting on March 8th, and that goes till July. And Jupiter retrogrades aren't particularly devastating or scary or intense or anything, but they do ask for healing. They do ask for checking in. And since Jupiter's your ruling planet, it's a little more personal for you all. That energy slowing down, because I swear, that was the note I got for you guys. Slow down because you're being asked to show up to big things. Things that are going to last for years. I'm not kidding when I say this. Like, that's kind of the energy right now. And it's a lot, right? So there's something going on there with that. And then we also have the Mercury Retrograde starting on the 22nd of March, right after we hit Aries season on the 20th. We have a Mercury RX, and that is going to last until mid-April. And this is in your 5th house of your romance and your creativity. And so that's an interesting one too, because yes, you know, Mercury retrogrades do tend to mess with communication a little bit and slow things down a little bit. But I think that's going to be advantageous to you because once again, I feel like what's being asked of you with a little bit of the slowdown is to check in. Check in, double check, focus in, you know, make sure you are tending to the things you really want to manifest in your life, and that you are being true with that to yourself and to others, right? So just all of that, keep it in mind. I'm still shuffling here. Of course, this is all, you know, influencing me as well. Obviously, being a Sag rising, the cards are actually really cool coming out. They're starting to fly right now, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, 10 cards came out. There's a lot happening. I tell you what, the amount of major arcana in this reading is crazy. I never got this far when I was trying to talk to you guys before. So there's a lot going on in the sky. Basically, what it's telling me is like, you're going to want to do everything. You're going to want everything to come to full fruition in March. and be like, okay, let's do it all. And of course, you can't do it all in 1 month. The things that you really want to build are going to take, the next couple of months. However, with the slowdown energy, check in with all of these things and you will see that there's like real progress being made. You're really getting into some deep, beautiful territory. Now let's look at the cards because, wow, you guys, good energy, very good energy. 6 of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Strength card. So this is fantastic, you guys. You got 6 of Wands last month too, didn't you? I think you did. I feel like you did. 6 of Wands is this triumph card, right? It's about, continuing the journey forward, being on a path, on a mission, and being able to see very clearly what that is. I think for me, what I really associate with this card is that March, this is the first card that came out. March is going to be a month where your path forward is very clear. Kind of if you're like standing in a road with like a really open, vast vista where you can see for like 100 miles on a really clear day, and like you see your path, like you see where you're going. There's like kind of a laser focus vision with this energy. Partially I say that too because it came out next to the Queen of Swords. And Queen of Swords is, well, first of all, this is about forthright communication, right? This is about speaking your mind and making clear decisions. But she's also laser vision. I mean, this lady will laser vision right into the next phase of whatever's happening. So it's utilizing the rational side of your mind as well to check in with everything and to make sure you are ticking the boxes a little bit, right? Because these are both very resolute energies. Look at them. They're like kind of even have the same headset. They're like going. They're going, they are going and they are going to, and they have a vision. That's what I'm seeing here, honestly, is that the vision is going to be clear. And that's what I was saying. Like, it's funny because I think right from the beginning of the month, you're going to see what you want to be doing. You're going to be seeing where you want to take things. And it's going to feel like you want to just go. You just want to go and have it. But there are other but it's not going to all happen right as you're seeing it. You still have the process, which is what's the fun part about it. However, I'm just going to say that there's going to be an eagerness there that could maybe even make you feel a little frustrated when March doesn't give you everything you want right that month and you have to wait until, maybe the beginning of April for things to really start to move. It'll definitely help once Aries season starts. It's a much more symbiotic energy to you than Pisces energy. But then we have the Strength card, and that's speaking again to this thing of everything's coming to you. Everything is coming to you. But the Strength card is always like, however, you have to handle this all with gentleness. You can't force it all. You can't unleash the lion onto everything and expect it all to happen. There is an element of patience here. Now, you may be dealing with a Leo. This is the Leo card. Or even, some kind of air sign. There are personalities that could be popping up for you, Sagittarius. But, the Strength card, Leo energy is about holding a good center point. And the Strength card itself is about understanding that there is a process and that you don't have to unleash the beast to have it all. This is an allowance card, really. It's the idea of allowing the beautiful things to come to you, but also showing up. It's finding the balance between those two, right? So beautiful energy. So exciting, you guys. I'm really excited about it. Your vision is going to be serene the first few days of this month. I think it's just going to be a very clear-sighted time for you, which is fantastic. So that's the first 3 cards. I'm doing 3 sets of 3, and then of course we have an extra card at the top because it came out. So let's look at the next set of 3, you guys. This is amazing. We have the World, Justice, and the King of Wands. Just keeps coming, you guys. Generally speaking, there is an energy around Sagittarius right now of there being a closing down of old and an opening of new. And it's happening simultaneously, and it's been happening simultaneously since Saturn left and since there's been that bit of release. Now, for some Sagittarius out there, I know it's been kind of a quiet, strange time where things haven't been completely fomenting. For some of you, you're already like 10 steps down the road. However, there's been a simultaneous closing down of old and opening up of new, which is how it really works. But it's been extra poignant and intense for Sagittarius because it's been everything all at once. You know, everything's kind of happening all at once, mourning the loss of old things and then opening up beautiful new things. And I think that that world energy is really speaking to that. It's also saying that, like I said, what you're building, what you're laser visioning in on here is coming to you, and it is coming to you in such clear, precise, beautiful Technicolor energy that even if it takes an extra month for it to show up, it is there. This is stuff that's going to last. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything you're building on right now, it may not snap into gear. I know you guys are used to things moving under your feet. You know, you're so fast. Your energy has this ability to like bring in what it needs immediately. Here's what I'm going to say though. The really good things, the really, really beautiful good things that you have been prepping to manifest for some of you for many years don't happen like that. You get the signs, you get the tingles, you get the sight, you get the laser vision. However, they often come in a softer, slower, more subtle way. And that can be a little alarming, I think, for you guys, because it's like, can you trust it? If it's not showing up the way that you're used to showing up in your modality, right? So that's part of what I keep getting when I'm looking at all this energy for you all. Okay, so we have the world, we have this opening. It's there. It's guaranteed. You know, it's guaranteed to play out. And how you get there, how you utilize it. What are your aces that you have in your back pocket when the world is asking you to grieve and mourn and release and open up and take a risk? Here are your two clear, direct energies. Now, some of you may be dealing with some Libra energy this month. I don't know. It's possible. We do have that Libra full moon at the end of the month, which is really speaking to, like I said, your community and the collective, right? In your 11th house. But justice is also about finding balance and communicating very well. Now, we have that Mercury retrograde in your 5th house of communication. And the best advice I can give with Mercury retrogrades, they're fantastic for combing over details, thinking about what you say before you say it, and also being really pristine with your word, right? Make sure you're communicating. Make sure that you are speaking with clarity and intent, because things will get muddled. Airwaves get muddled with that slow down energy. You have your ruling planet in retrograde. You have Mercury retrograde in your 5th house. That is energy that is asking you, yes, assess, slow down, look in. But it also is asking you to make sure you are speaking with clarity and intent and consistency, because that's more needed than ever in those quieter times, right? So, justice is asking for some clarity. You may be getting an answer about something that you have some questions lurking in your mind. This is answer energy, right? Getting a very crisp, clear, decisive answer on if there's a situation that's unresolved or something that's a little mysterious to you that you don't know about yet. This is energy of you getting some kind of clear insight, right? King of Wands. Some of you are dealing with another fire sign. I mean, the fire sign energy is strong in this reading, you guys, and I'll show you why even more, but we already have like 2 of the major players here, right? I love it. I love it. So King of Wands. Now, I think that I'm really associating this with you guys right now, actually. Coming into a full power. Once again, laser vision. That is what I'm seeing. Like, you guys are going to be getting downloads of like the next year or 2. Maybe more. Maybe some of you will be even having kind of psychic visions of much longer stretches of time. I don't know. It depends, right? Nothing is ever set in stone. Energy is always shifting and changing. We're always morphing it. That's always how this works. That's how the process works, right? We're always morphing it. That's the whole fun of it. However, sometimes for those really deeply held things, these are things that you can get a sense of them and their enormity and how beautiful it's going to be. And the King of Wands for me is you seeing that and knowing exactly what that is that you want and feeling very direct about it. I mean, there's a funny thing going on here with you guys being, you're already direct. You're already so direct, it's fine. But like, this is very direct energy. It's very much about you see what you want. Now, once again, you see what you want, but it may not all happen this month. So once again, take a deep breath, because while there's a desire to go hog wild, if you've seen, why wait? All this energy is doing some things. Now let's look at the last. I'm just going to show you all of the last 4 cards because it's ridiculous. This is just ridiculous, you guys. I can't. Don't even. Okay, so we have the Temperance. Hey, Sag. Magician. 7 of Cups. Back again. And the Lovers on top. Wow. Wow. That's all I have to say. Once again, I mean, you're showing up in your own reading like nobody's business. Really. Come on now. And yes, here's your card. I love it. Makes me so happy. I love the Temperance card. It is fantastic stuff. Okay. Yeah. You are connecting in with your modality very well. However, Temperance is more than just the Sag card. Temperance is about alchemy, about creating magic, about mixing materials, and about healing, right? And there's something here with you needing to connect in with mixing one material with another, right? There's a bridge that needs to be built. And I think that's what I'm saying. It's like you guys can see the vista. You can see where you're going. You can see where you want to go. You can see it. You can see the point you're getting to. You can feel it. You know, you can feel it in your bones. It's so crystal clear. But there's a giant river, right? And you even know how to build the bridge and what materials to use, and you have the skills to do it. And part of you is just going to want to just be on the other side. But March is kind of the month of building the bridge, connecting the dots, right? That's what March is about. April's going to be about crossing that bridge and really enjoying the other side. March is about the bridge, though. And that's what Temperance, I think, in so many ways is about. You know, you have the mutable energy, so you're kind of already into bridge building mode as it is. But there's something about you guys. There's a hunger for the excitement that is making you a little itchy for getting to the other side of the road. Now we have the Magician here with the 7 of Cups. Now this is Mercury retrograde if I ever saw it. Because the Magician is Mercury, right? It's the guy who, once again, this is another alchemist. We have 2 alchemists hanging out next to each other, combining unlikely disparate elements to create a new substance, building the bridge, getting to the other side. Magician also has this. This is a communicator, right? This is communicating messages, being clear and impeccable with your word. And it's here next to the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is this foggy, murky energy. You know, it can get you lost in the clouds. And I do think, honestly, that Mercury retrograde might mess with you a little bit. You may have that laser vision all the way through until that kind of hits. And then you may have some doubts. You may get nervous. You may pull back. You may get worried that in building this bridge, you're getting involved on levels that maybe you worried. Did you really see that? Was that really there? Am I just making this up in my head? Is it all just a fantasy? You know, there's an element there of that. And that's why I say with Mercury retrogrades, communicate. Communicate. I know that they can get muddled. I know that technology can get weird. I know that the messages can be misunderstood. And that's why I say be impeccable with your word, because if you're being as direct as you possibly can be, if you're utilizing all this laser vision energy that I'm seeing for you guys, that won't be a problem, and it will help you avoid some more of this, because you don't have to be in this mode ever. However, the other side of 7 of Cups, the good, beautiful side, is the psychedelic quality of being able to see all roads, all possibilities. which is sometimes too much information, quite honestly. I think that's why Seven of Cups is so volatile. Sometimes too much information. You can see every road, if you can see every emotional qualitative state that you could possibly be in, which one do you choose? And that can get Mercury in your head too, because if you've already figured out you have this beautiful bridge that you want to build, and you're like, okay, I'm going to build this bridge. I'm going to say yes to this bridge. I want to say yes to this long-term thing. And then you get, a little freaked out. I think that might happen, because it's intense, you guys. I think I've had a really hard time filming this because the Sagittarian energy is really intense for March. There's this like really deep intensity. That's the only word I can say. And we're topped off with the Lovers, Gemini. This is Gemini energy, but more than that, right? This is your opposite sign. This is the relational card. And, speaking of bridge building, I feel like the Lovers is so much about bridge building. It's about here and there, self and other, right? And what is the space between the self and other? What is the space between here and there? What is the space between what is seen here and what's on the other side of the river? What is that? What is that space? How do we communicate that? How do we express that? How do we connect in with that? The words are just pouring out of me here with this Lovers card because it's very interesting. For me, there are pieces that need to be connected this month. And with the interesting placements we have for you guys, and then with this interesting collective energy, check in. Check in with anything that has this little space right here. This can be about creative work. This can be about friendships. This can absolutely be about anybody that you're interested in or relationships that you're in. And it's not in this, and once again, this is like, it's not negative energy at all. It's actually really great. I mean, you have fantastic energy this month. Fantastic. It's really exciting stuff. There are just connections that are going to be getting made in these little ways. Piece by piece, you're laying a foundation to speed into new territory you've never been in before, starting in April. It's really exciting. I'm going to leave it at that. Wow. That was, speaking of a bridge building and a road to get here, to get to this reading was a whole experience for me. I'm so excited that I finally did it though. I'm really curious to see what March is going to bring and what you guys are going to be experiencing with that. I'd be really curious to hear your comments. Now, I know you've probably noticed this beautiful crown I'm wearing. It's by the beautiful PinkLune as well as this amethyst slice. Can you handle it? I can't. Anyway, this crown, which I'm wearing for all of the readings this month, it's one of a kind. There is only one. We are going to be, somebody out there is going to be very lucky and will get to take this crown home. I'm going to leave the listing for this one crown below, as well as the rest of her shop, because she does have other crowns to sell, as well as a whole bunch of amazing other things. And with a 15% discount, it's amazing. And keep an eye out. There may be more info coming for different crowns in some of my monthlies. So this may not be your last chance to get a hold of one of the crowns that I do my work in. So for those of you interested in being adorned and a part of the Sarah Tarot PinkLune family, I'm so excited. So check that out. Also, please get in touch with me via my website, email, Instagram, however. I am traveling in March, so I'll be working with people in April more, so just keep that in mind. However, I do want to work with you, so I hope to hear from you. I love you all so very much, as you know, and I will talk to you in April for whatever this new vista is. Bye.